Yes. Om Akyana Timurandasya Kinangina Salakaya Sakshu Militanyena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Namo Mahavaranyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratushe Namaha Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai, Jai, all the devotees keep Jai. Reading from Navadvip, Sri Navadvipa-dhama-mahatmya and Sri Navadvipa-bhava-taranga. Ki Jai, by Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Ki Jai. Bhakti Vinod says, through the ninefold practice of devotion, I worship Krishna's golden avatar in Kali Yuga, Gora Hari, who performs Sankirtan in the mood of Sri Radha with the associates in Sri Navadwip Dhām. And today is the third day of the Parikrama, and the devotees go to Harihara, Kṣetra, and Godrumadwip, and Madhyadwip, Nrisimha Palli, and many other places. And this is in chapter 8 from the Navadvipa-dhama-mahatmya, in reference to Harihara, Kṣetra, Vārāṇasī, Godrumadwip, Madhyadwip. O glory to the son of Sachi, O glory to the Avadut, O glory to Advaita Acharya, the leader of the devotees, O glory to Gadadhar and all the devotees, O glory to beautiful Navadvip Dhām, O glory to the name of Gora. Nitai and the devotees then departed, chanted Hari Hari. Swaying to and fro in ecstasy, Nitai walked and stammered with divine love. Tears streamed from his eyes, chanting, Gora, Gora. He became overwhelmed. His ornaments and garlands sparkled, and his form illumined the 10 directions. Shrivas danced with Jiva. Sometimes they cried, and sometimes they danced continuously. So Lord Nityananda is taking Jiva Goswāmī on the Parikrama, on the pilgrimage, and they visited Sriva's Angam. All the other devotees danced as they walked. Coming to the Alakananda river, Nitai spoke, floating in joy. Flowing west of Bilma Pakshakram, the Mandiki comes and surrounds Nadia. Then she separates from Alakananda, where we saw Suvarna Bihar. On the eastern shore of the Alakananda, beside the Kandava river, is Harihara Kṣetra. In time, a deity will manifest there, and a beautiful forest will shine gloriously. See Kashi, to the west of Alakananda. There the followers of Shiva and Shakti worship the maidservant liberation. This place is superior to Vārāṇasī, because here Lord Shiva constantly chants Gora, Gora, dances holding his trident, and offers his followers devotion to Gora. Here devotees chant Gauranga's name, dance and kick away the liberation that sannyasis attain by residing in Kashi and practicing jnana yoga for 1,000 years. Here, when souls pass away, Shiva chants the name of Gora into their ears and delivers them. This place is thus Vārāṇasī. Souls have no fear of death here. Saying this, Nitai danced and offered Jiva divine love for Gora Hari. Lord Shiva, then invisible, bowed at the feet of Nitai. Chanting the name of Gauranga, Shiva and Parvati fulfilled their desires. Then the independent Lord Nitai left with the devotees. Arriving in Karikachakram, Nityananda came over and spoke smiling. This island is called Godruma. Surabhi resides here eternally. Who is Surabhi?
The cow of Indra.
Holy cow. When Indra, bewildered by Krishna's illusion, flooded Gokula with his powerful rains, Krishna lifted Govardhan hill and carefully protected Gokula. What is the difference between Goloka and Gokula?
I think Goloka is the one in the spiritual world and Gokula is the one in the material.
Very good, Radharani Dasi. After Indra's pride was crushed, Indra recognized Krishna. To clear his offense, he bowed and grasped the feet of Krishna. Krishna, the ocean of mercy, forgave Indra and gave him the boon of fearlessness. Still Indra remained fearful. He then spoke to Surabhi. I could not understand the pastimes of Krishna, and I committed a very heavy offense. I have heard that during Kali Yuga, Krishna will perform wonderful pastimes in Nadia. At that time, I will become bewildered and be an offender again. O Surabhi, you know everything. Please advise me about this. Surabhi said, let us go and serve Nimai in Navadvip Dhām. Indra and Surabhi moved there and worshipped Gauranga. Worshipping Gauranga is very easy, and the results of doing so are easily distributed. They cried, chanting the name of Gauranga, and immediately saw him. How extraordinary is his beauty and form! They saw the figure of Gauranga, the embodiment of benevolence, the well of rasa, smiling and stammering, choked with divine love. Smiling, my Lord said, I know your desire. I will appear in Nadia soon, and you will see me fully then. During those pastimes, you will serve me, and the net of Maya will no longer bind you. Saying this, the Lord disappeared. Beautiful Surabhi remained there. She stayed near a banyan tree and constantly worshipped the feet of Gora. This place thus became known as Godrumadwip. The Lord fulfills the desires of the devotees here. Anyone who builds a hut and serves here easily becomes immersed in the feet of Gora. And how do we also remember Godrumadwip? Godrumadwip, who lived there of the devotees in our line.
Bhakti Vinod Thakur?
Yes. Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur lived there, and so in his place, also at the end of his life, he was always chanting Hare Krishna. And also Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur visited him, and also Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Mahārāj and even Jagannath Das Babaji Mahārāj all visited Bhakti Vinod Thakur in Godrumadwip, very holy place. There is a wonderful story about Markandeya Muni, who was present on this island during the destruction of the universe. Markandeya Muni attained a lifetime of 7 kalpas, and during the destruction of the universe, he underwent great difficulty. Everything became submerged in water, and he searched for a place to stay. Floating and floating about, he thought, alas, why have I taken this boon? During the destruction, only the 32 miles of Navadvip Dhām arise and give shelter to the devotees. Floating in the waves of the water, the sage suddenly lost consciousness. Being very merciful to him, Surabhi carefully rescued the sage. Regaining consciousness, Markandeya Muni saw the wonders of Godrumadwip. He saw an abode spanning 2 billion miles around, resplendent with rivers and streams. Numerous trees and vines were shining, and birds were chanting the glories of Sri Gora. He saw a banyan tree that was 8 miles wide, and he saw Surabhi beneath it. Stricken with hunger, the sage spoke to Surabhi. "O goddess, please save my life. Rescue me by giving me some milk." Surabhi mercifully fed the sage with her milk. Revitalized, Markandeya Muni spoke to Surabhi again. "O goddess, you are my mother, and the world is absorbed in your illusion. Not understanding the consequences, I accepted the boon of living for 7 kalpas without dying. During the destruction of the universe, there are numerous miseries and extreme distress. There is no happiness. O mother, tell me, what should I do? How can I overcome this distress?" Surabhi said, "Serve the feet of Sri Gora. This abode of Navadvip is beyond material nature. It is never destroyed." So, the same advice counts for all living entities now. If you want to overcome distress, serve Sri Gauranga. Then we will overcome all our suffering and difficulties. This abode of Navadvip is beyond material nature. It is never destroyed. So the holy places are never destroyed. They are eternally existing. Navadvip Dhām, Vrindavan Dhām, Jagannath Puri, they are eternally existing. To fleshy eyes, it is only 32 miles, but it is the supreme abode, Vaikuntha, and eternally faultless. Here, time and space are supramundane. What is supramundane? Gopal?
Like the highest.
Yeah. Mundane is here, where we live, and supramundane is...
Transcendental.
What do you say?
The transcendental plane.
Yes. Some reflection there. There's something there from the spiritual world in this world, but it is a reflection. It is a shadow. Because here we can learn that there is a world existing what looks like the material world, but it is beyond. It is, what is that now, beyond the senses? Indriya. It is supramundane. It is transcendental. But it is necessary for us to learn that the highest conclusion is not renunciation. That so much suffering in this world, so the highest goal must be nirvishesha, renunciation. That's not. This is a reflection of the spiritual world. Our forms are a reflection of our transcendental forms. Supramundane. Otherwise, why would it be? Why would there be so much variety and so much form here? Because it exists in its most exalted, in its most beautiful way with the Lord. Here is all a manifestation of our consciousness. And a collected, in this world, a collected manifestation of collected consciousness. And then there are higher planes, what we have discussed before. 7 higher planes, 7 lower planes. This is a very good plane to practice, to eventually go out. Our service nature. Our service nature will never stop. To practice here, that to give as much as possible, to give us. I remember somebody said, give as much to as many people as many times as you can. Then you practice your service nature. That is very good for your journey. In this life, in next life, other lives, and eventually in the spiritual world. Okay, very wonderful. I will read something from Srila Guru Mahārāj, what was on the Mat website. Jai, Sri Harihara, Kṣetra, Sri Vārāṇasī, and Sri Godrumadwip ki Jai. Places that the devotees will visit today, and many other places, also Nrisimha Palli. We went there, Nrisimha Palli, the place where Lord Nrisimhadev is worshipped.
We went there. It's got the most fearsome deity, isn't it?
Lord Nrisimhadev.
It's very fearsome deity, isn't it?
I don't know if we went there, I can't remember.
I remember,
With you last time.
I remember it's a very fearsome, if there's one I'm thinking of, it's very, you can be afraid of it, you're very fearsome looking.
No, we didn't go there.
Oh,
You,
we went one.
not that one.
Oh. We should tell them we went to it. I know we went there.
Yeah. But I mean, there can be so many interpretations. Ultimately, every avatar of the Lord is very beautiful, right?
Yeah,
very
yes.
Impressive.
Yes, but if this particular Nrisimhadev, you can understand why he's Swami would be afraid of, he's fearsome looking, I mean, it's very beautiful as well, but he's in his rage,
Of course. Imagine the Lord who is in his
he's-
rage. That's, the whole world is trembling. But a devotee, the Lord has taken fear from a devotee. If a devotee is surrendered to the Lord, then whatever happens, fine. Then what happens, we know it's by the grace of the Lord, by the will of the Lord, and we deal with it. That's what the devotee thinks. We deal with everything what happens, try. I have encountered in my life, if I say something like very convincing, and then I get how do you say, examined. I get, triggered, huh?
A test or something.
I get a test, like you said so many things, this and that. Now, are you
ready?
Are you ready? Yeah. Can you uphold that? So, in humility, saying things, but always asking for mercy that really may be realized in the heart, in the soul. Then I read something from the Mat website by Srila Guru Mahārāj, Srila Bhakti Rakṣak Srila Dev-Goswāmī Mahārāj. And this is specifically on the third day of Navadvip Dhām Parikramā, and his talk was in 1982. Today is the circumambulation of Madhyadwip and Godrumadwip. Our party has gone there. Sankirtan is the central service recommended by Mahaprabhu, especially for the age of Kali. Sankirtan means to listen and reproduce. So one activity on the Parikrama, when we are on Parikrama, is that we continuously chanting the holy name, continuously the glorification of Mahaprabhu, Lord Nityananda, his associates. So that is what Guru Maharaj mentioned here. To hear and tell, and the telling, the expression, the reproduction is the more powerful thing. We are to exert to ourselves to the utmost for kirtan. Kirtan means to preach, and that has been recommended as the highest method of attainment. Excuse me. Especially for beginners. Assert as much as you can. Engage yourself in preaching, spreading the truth that you can imbibe from the higher source. Thereby, you will be benefited the most. Exert yourself to spread the news of the Lord, the truth. Then his omnipotent supply from above will be lavishly extended to you. As much as you can sell, so much you will be furnished with materials by the capitalist. So go on. He is not a capitalist of the mundane world. He is a capitalist of real property, devotion, service, prema. You know what is a capitalist?
Capitalist.
Okay.
What is?
Capitalist?
Capitalista.
Es una
Una persona que tiene bastante money.
like
From the supra-mundane world. Here, capitalists, they are here for gathering wealth and want to...
Invest in
Yeah,
buying,
yeah,
selling.
yeah, like money,
gathering.
and with the money, enjoy as much as we can. But we know that enjoyment, in compare with the enjoyment of doing service, seeing the Lord, serving Him the whole day, that compared with the capitalistic enjoyment, very small. Because material world, ego, illusion is all very small. That happiness. But a devotee opens his or her heart and the Lord comes in. So it becomes very broad and wide. That is the difference between a capitalist of this mundane world, always thinking egoistic things, makes very small. When you think all the time about some selfishness, what you want to have, then everything becomes very small. And when you put Krishna in the center, everything becomes very big. The knowledge, the love, the happiness becomes very, very wonderful. He is a capitalist of real property, devotion, service, prema. That is the only property in this world. What can dispossess us of everything and fulfill all of our wants? That's very nice maybe to translate. What can dispossess us of everything? So that you get rid of everything. You have nothing anymore in this world. And fulfill all your wants. And you get everything. How can you say in Spanish?
Can you repeat that?
What can dispossess us of everything?
¿Qué puede removernos de todas nuestras posesiones?
and fulfill all of our wants.
Y danos plena, ¿cómo se llama? De todo lo que queremos. Danos, o sea,
Wants
lo que queremos. O deseos. That's a good one.
Yeah.
When you take away all your material desires, it's happening.
Go away.
With your hand.
That's a good illustration. When you shake away all
Oh
your
my God.
desires.
I wish it was that simple.
Oh, already. We don't have to go to the pub, we don't have to go all the time shopping, we don't have to get intoxicated by whatever. You know, that's not a small thing in this world. Because,
Always?
what do you say?
Always?
Always?
Yeah.
Not, yeah, we're trying.
Yeah.
We're trying. But say, as a materialist, it's all the time over accumulating of things. At least the devotee tries to be a bit conscious and minimize all these things. Like when you're living in the world, so many things accumulating.
Or utilize them, or utilize the resources for service.
Yes.
Ah.
Yeah.
Or.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No other thing can give us perfect health, only prema love. Love is above everything. Love is only the wealth in this world. Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, Advaita Prabhu and others came with this. They came and continue to come now and then to the world with these tidings that bring such a high prospect in our life. Coming anyhow into a human birth, if we don't try for that prospect, then we commit suicide. Our actions amount to nothing more. So if we have no Lord, not the Lord in our life, that is a waste of time. But not only a waste of time, that is self-destructive. That you only have to live or deal with materialistic things that is self-destructive, and we see that. Suicidal. Sri Godruma Dhām Parikramā invites everyone to try for that, to try to acquire that wealth. However small or of whatever character I may be, its object is connected with that highest plane given by Mahaprabhu Sri Chaitanya Dev, the Lord of love and the distribution of love. So not only like that we learn about that love, we also have to distribute it, tell others about the Lord, about His love for us, about His grace. And then, okay, there was something else. Just a little bit. Also, Guru Mahārāj, from the website, Guru Mahārāj speaks about the land of sweetness. That is on Gaudiya Darshan. Srila Bhakti Rakṣak Srila Dev-Goswāmī Mahārāj explains the essence of Godrumandal, the 9 islands. Once a gentleman challenged me, why do you confine Sri Chaitanya Dev to Bengal? Why do you say Sri Chaitanya Dev's followers are Gaudiya Vaishnavas? You chant the Lord's name, Chaitanya, Gora, Nimai and so on. But Gauda means Bengal. To say Gaudiya Vaishnava is to confine Sri Chaitanya Dev to a province. Why do you promote Gaudiya Mat and Gaudiya Vaishnava Dharma? I cannot adjust to this. What should be the answer to that, Mahārāj? The devotee asking Guru Mahārāj. And then Śrīla Mahārāj says, it is generally given that Vrindavan does not mean a particular province, town or forest. So it's not a geographical position in the world. It has its broad meaning, so Navadvip and Goda may be taken in that sense. If we can understand Navadvip Dhām proper, then we will understand that Navadvip Dhām is not situated in a particular province. It has this dignity that Vrindavan has. So Vrindavan, Navadvip and Vrindavan is the same. Then the devotee asks, so Godamandal is the same as Brajamandal? Śrīla Mahārāj. Godamandal is Brajamandal. The word Goda comes from the word good. Good means mishti, sweet. Mishti, sweet. When something is sweet, it may be described by the synonym good. Good represents sweetness. So Godamandal, the sweet land. There is no sweetness anywhere like that is found in Vrindavan and Navadvip. In Vrindavan, it is confined in a particular group, but in Navadvip, it has been distributed. So in Vrindavan, there is the Lila of Radha Krishna and his associates, and they having their pastimes. Also in the time that Krishna came to the world in Gokula, he had his pastimes. Yeah, he had his pastimes with the people, and the people who with his devotees, and the people who saw it were attracted to that or not. Some could not see Krishna as the Lord or were not attracted. So, because in those times also the worship of Narayan was very, very normal. And Krishna has his pastimes, as we know, very sweet way, very for people who only think of the Lord in a very majestic way, they cannot understand. So Navadvip and Vrindavan the same. Here people came to know, yes, it is sweet. They get the chance to taste, appreciate and declare, yes, it is sweet. But in Vrindavan, even Lakshmi Devi cannot purchase a ticket. Lakshmi Devi, the goddess of wealth, cannot purchase a ticket to enter the Rasa Lila. So Navadvip is the actual land of nectar, the devotee asked. Śrīla Mahārāj. At least the public may know and come to understand that nectar does exist. Radha and Krishna tasted nectar in their harem of Vrindavan, and then they combined to distribute it to the public in Navadvip. That is the unique thing about Navadvip. The two highest interested parties have combined to give nectar to others. So that is the most magnanimous Lord. The combination of Radha and Krishna in Kali Yuga, it's not only confined the holy Dham to the people might understand it or not, but in this Kali Yuga, in this presentation of the Lord as Mahaprabhu, it is distributing that nectar. So we stop there for today. Jai Srila Bhakti Rakṣak Srila Dev-Goswāmī Mahārāj ki jai. Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev-Goswāmī Mahārāj ki jai. Harihara. Krishna Yadavaya Namaha. Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha. Gopal Govinda Ram Madhusudana. Jai Om Visnupad Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev-Goswāmī Mahārāj ki Jai. Jai Om Visnupad Srila Bhakti Rakṣak Srila Dev-Goswāmī Mahārāj ki Jai. Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur ki Jai. Śrīla Nuga Guru Varga ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki Jai. Jai Om Visnupad Visvavarena Srila A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada ki Jai. Sri Chaitanya Saraswati Mat Sri Acharya Vrinda ki Jai. Sabhasat Sri Nityananda Prabhu ki Jai. Sabhasat Sri Mahaprabhu ki Jai. Jai Sri Rupa Sri Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath Sri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Dasa Raghunath Sat Goswami Prabhu ki Jai. Sri Dhamma Sri Sarup Damodar Sri Ramananda Roy ki Jai. Jai Sri Sri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shamakunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan ki Jai. Jai Sri Navadvip Dhām ki Jai. Sri Mayapur Dhām ki Jai. Sri Vrindavan Dhām ki Jai. Sri Purushottama Dhām ki Jai. Jagannath Baladev Subhadra ki Jai. Ganga Yamuna ki Jai. Bhakti Devi Vrinda Devi Tulasi Mahārāj ki Jai. Mahārāṇī ki Jai. Jai Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki Jai. Sri Chaitanya Saraswati Mat ki Jai. Sri Chaitanya Saraswati Mat London chapter ki Jai. All glories to the assembled devotees ki Jai. All glories to the world devotees ki Jai. All titles ki Jai. Sri Navadvip Dhām Parikramā ki Jai.